I would like to respond to the first question that has been posted here. The I will do perspective. I will do. What should we do to reduce the I will do perspective? You've mentioned of something very key in your presentation of this question, which you mentioned what you call risks. Okay? Other people, instead of calling them risks, you call them problems. Because every problem is a risk to a business, in whichever angle it actually arises. Now, how to convert the I will do perspective is by philosophy. By philosophy. Philosophy means perspective and attitude. Some people, yes, they are naturally not entrepreneurs. Yet others are supposed to be entrepreneurs. We need to take careful note of the need to identify who we are. I have seen entrepreneurs who actually initiate things they cannot manage. And by being entrepreneurs, many people think by starting up, then you can manage. The two are different. That's why many businesses with a lot of investments collapse because the people who started them cannot actually manage them. So, when you find that you are in an environment of I will do, possibly there is one way you might not be an entrepreneur, or you are an entrepreneur who fears, and then you need somebody to come and blow that fear from you. There's a lady who this lady, she's called Madame Betty. I'm very frank to mention her name, Madame Betty Rutaya, a proprietor of a school in Irunya. She started this school this year, but she said that she had the land, she had the buildings, yeah, she had the land, she had the buildings, and of course she had tenants in these buildings, and they were paying 500,000 shillings each month. But her passion has always been initiating a school, having a kindergarten, and whoever she would go to would tell her, you know, my dear, starting a school is not easy. It's not easy. And then she kept on saying, maybe I will do it. She is an entrepreneur who is in an environment of non-entrepreneurs influencing her into being the I will do, because they think it is impossible. So she needed some people. That's how she got me Mr. Farouk. Mr. Farouk is the first who talked to her, and then Mr. Farouk referred her to me because I have a foundation in education. So then that's where we say, no, you can start it. Give the tenants a 3 months notice, and then say, but the rent, you get it from tuition. And then she has done it. Today, she's having 20 learners. Yes, it is beginning, but she's there. Within not more than 4 years, I expect the school to be growing up to 170 in projection, or 200. Multiplying revenue almost 5 times the revenue of tenants. So the I will do perspective is widely dependent on what have you discovered yourself in, and who are the people surrounding you. There are people who don't believe in you and can influence you into emphasizing your I will do. But there are people whom you share with and say, no, it is not I will do. There are people I find and say, you want to be in the university, you're saying there is no tuition, first get the admission letter, get admitted first. to eliminate the I will do, because many people fear to start. That's why you see, even in taxis, when you find the seats have nobody, you say even if there were 3 people, you say there is nobody, there is no one, yet there are 3 people, and then you don't want to enter it. So those people who actually are hearted to say, I will enter it, other people will join me, are very few. That's why we don't have many entrepreneurs in the country. But the Chinese are coming and building up here. The Japanese are coming and building up here. They are using that perspective. You say, I will do, for him, you say, I'm doing it. So we need to have those people out there. How to get it? We need to have support, external support of those who have already gone, I am doing it. Supporting those of who are, I will do, so that they are converted into I'm doing it. The other, I have done 15 businesses and these don't yield. Is it really true that you should keep on going on and on? Shifting from a business to another business line is not that wrong. However, some businesses we don't need to shift from them. I'll give you a clear picture here. That I started the Action Entrepreneurs 2011, but the whole year 2011, I never received the revenue from any client. And even 2012, I actually received 200,000 shillings, and the person paid because at the scene that I had over struggled. Not that I had over struggled. But what kept in me in Action Entrepreneurs was purely passion. Was purely passion. That's why entrepreneurs are advised. Yes, that we are told in universities that to run a business, you identify the needs of people, and then after build a business from those needs. That is good, because the business is run by satisfying those needs of the people. But if the business is run without your passion, it is bound to fail in the next few days. Why? Because passion, the heart is the driver of the art. The heart drives our actions. So you cannot stay longer in a business unless you have a heart for it. If you have a heart for this business, you will, instead of closing it, you may shift it from that place, and the same business is done elsewhere. I've seen some traders uh, selling chicken, roasting chicken on the side, but they are not getting customers, and by mere changing the chicken kiosk from one side of the road to another, they make business. Why? Because people buy chicken on their way to returning home than when they are going for work. So when you are on a lane which is taking people to work, and in the evening your other counterparts on the other side when they are returning is making more business than you. So the client will need to just will not need to cross the road to come to you, simply because you have chicken, which your other colleague also has. So that comes by creativity, which we have mentioned here as what we call we called creativity, and then applying efforts. So if you shift from one business, 2, 3, by 11, that's good trial, because we have had the inventor of the bulb tried how many times? 99. You can also be an entrepreneur that way. But divorcing business is not good, because clients now lose your track. Where can we find him? Are you still in stationery? No. Nowadays I'm in the hotel. They call you, please, I want to get some food. I'm on a border. You lose client track. The tracking of clients is lost, and that contributes to even failure of the future businesses. So, someone asked me to brief you about the action entrepreneurs. We primarily, we primarily do planning for businesses, and you know very well that businesses in Uganda, many people don't over rely on planning. You have an idea, you start something without necessarily having a plan. So mainly, we in the planning aspect, we have actually yielded more in the corporate businesses, which is starting a factory, starting an enterprise which is larger, and that's where the person calls you that I'm starting a drug manufacturing plant. Now let us construct what? The plan. And then we construct it with some advisors who are in the field of pharmaceuticals. So my greatest desire is to do planning with people who are in the micro side, but usually they don't value that. If you have money, you have got a place, then you have a plan. That's why usually we do not get such clients. But planning goes in education institutions and also in other businesses when they actually come to us. The other aspect is management systems. We install management systems in companies to have them progress with development, and also finance services to institutions where we do returns of taxes and also accounts, income statement, and then statements of comprehensive income, comprehensive business positions, the balance sheets, cash flows, and then equity statements. We do all of those. I happen to have won a contract to be an advisor of MTN 2021, and that was purely consultancy. That was purely consultancy. So even consultant services are rendered. You can come and offer consultancy for one day or a few hours, and then you pay for only those hours. We go elsewhere. So I really thank you for your attention.
One more question, please. Yeah. Just one. How would you advise someone who starts a business that he has no idea about or how to operate it? Yeah, I work somewhere else, I studied something different, but I would like to start a business of salon. I have no idea of maybe active care or something like that. How would you advise someone who wants to invest?
Response is one. So if you are working elsewhere and you're not aware about that business, doesn't mean that business cannot succeed with you. But you need to know that there is what you call a business research. You find out on the existing businesses and how they have done them, what are the challenges they face, and what are the successes that they have. You can rely on information they have given you. You can also have other sources like these days we have tutorials online, and then visit those places, be in that place for a day or and spend some money there. Take some people for operating when it is not that for it's like it's not for it's for research. The purpose is necessarily to see what do they actually do and what are the gaps in what they do. These days you've seen the trends in saloon businesses where decor is being blended within the saloon, that you enter a saloon and feel like as if you're in a party somewhere, decorated as if it is a party zone. So those trends, ladies go there, brands, and let people sound. Let the brand sound. These ladies you see, they want to go to places where other people know and praise. Okay, okay. Some not these ones, others who have not come. Those places they know people talk about it and they say that is very good. They will go there. So that means that's why those salon people are having posters which are lighting as if they are they are for light, and just to make sure that the catchment of the client is at the tick of it. So you can study it much further and do it. Maybe in 1 minute you need to also create time to get involved, especially in the directing and management of this institution, because some institutions actually don't fare well, because people who enter them may not necessarily have drunk your full heart of driving this institution, and it can fail because your presence is not there to kindle, to light up its first days of life. So in the infantry stage, even babies, they need the mothers. The interaction with the mother is much longer. So you need to be with the baby for some time as you distance yourself, as you take the baby to the kindergarten, to the caretaker. So in the primary stages, it is very important. You need to create that time for regularity. Thank you.